Welcome to the Ron Purtee Show. I'm vain, and I have to name the show after myself. This interview is a very long time coming. Yeah, my commercial, which is actually going to be up on the internet very soon. I have a friend at Time Warner who's hooking me up with that. I'm here with the one, the only, thank God, JJ McAuliffe. JJ, thanks for being on the show.
One and only, thank God.
Thank God. If there was more JJs, I don't know if we could handle it. I really don't. The world would be in trouble. First and foremost, how long has it been since you started the Open Jam, doing the Open Jam?
Well, we're going on our 9th year. Should I look at you or look at him?
Whatever's more attractive to you.
No. Well, we started. We just celebrated our 9-year anniversary here, and I think we started the Open Jam probably a year into it, not even. So, with Steve Hawkins and Matt Speck with a band called The Other Side, and they hosted it just like Five Man Trio does now, and. As time went on, they kind of moved along, and other people came in. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I take that back. They took it over from the guys that are in Private Saunders. It's been so long, Ron, I forget these things. But it was the guys that were now Private Saunders started it up, and it was on Wednesday nights. And then Matt and then Steve Hawkins from The Other Side took it over. And we've pretty much been doing it in, I'd have to say, almost the 9 years we've been in existence, give or take maybe a couple months here or there.
Well, after a rather successful 9-year anniversary party, which was just amazing. I was there for the first night, but I had to go party for my birthday the second night, so I couldn't.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I missed that.
No, it was good fun to hang out at places.
That's Repo, buddy.
Yeah, that's Repo. He's
the doorman. Yeah, always
making his presence known.
known.
But I don't feel like cutting because, that's just fun. And nobody wants to be on TV. Well, you know what? If I hold the microphone close enough, I think we'll be okay. Now, for people who don't know, who don't drive through downtown, you're opening a second bar.
We are.
What is I think I know the reasoning behind it, but what's your reasoning behind it?
Honestly, I've always wanted to be downtown. I'm one of those people that I get angry sometimes with how everybody wants to focus on downtown. It's downtown this, downtown that. Racine is Racine. There's parts of Racine that needs, Uptown, for example, that needs so much work. And one of the things is, okay, this place became available. See you, Repo. Sorry, folks.
They don't care. It's my show. They know it's chaos.
This place became available, and I've always wanted to be downtown, but at the same time, I've always wanted to concentrate on the other aspects of Racine. But when this place became available, it was like, you know what, I have to take it. You know, there's a lot of bars downtown where, you know, no offense to anybody, some of the bartenders are a little bit ruder. We are well known. I mean, anybody who comes to McAuliffe's Pub knows our bartenders because we've had the same bartenders for 9 years. I mean, there's not a lot of overturn. A lot of people come in and apply, and we'll be like, well, you know what? Sure, we'll put you on record, but we won't need you because we have the most loyal, dedicated bartenders. Right. And that's why people keep coming back. And while we kind of want to continue that downtown, you go to certain places downtown, and there's a little bit of an attitude down there. And you know, and I'm not naming any bars because I have friends who own bars down there, and they do a great job. You know.
Let me name the names. Let me get in trouble.
But I love them too, and they're my friends. But sometimes sometimes you run into a bad scene. We want to go down there and prove that we want to take the staff that's here, bring in more of our friends who are here, and do the same thing that we do on this side of town for downtown. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from the south side because this is Racine. Racine isn't all about downtown. It's about the entire community. And one of the things that I really love about this place is we also stretch out for Kenosha. You know, we're a place for Kenosha bands to play. We have a lot of Chicago, Illinois bands, Milwaukee bands. I mean, this is a music club for everybody. The downtown bar is going to be more of the Irish pub. You know, we're going to concentrate more on like the traditional Irish pub. We call ourselves an Irish pub, but with a rock and roll attitude. We'll continue the rock and roll attitude here, and we'll go with the more Irish theme downtown. So, like, on a weekend, the kids who want to hear good music and they want to hear something more up-tempo, rock and roll, can come here. Their parents could go downtown. And
Are you gonna be more? I mean, is this also going to be able to help you get involved in Thoughts for Food too, like the actual event, not just be able. I mean, you could have the pre-event here and then an actual. I mean, is that part of your? Was that into your part of your decision too? Or?
Actually, not at all, because I've been on the board of Thoughts for Food probably for the last 7 years.
And I actually still owe you big for that 1 year.
And it was brought up a couple years back about including me for Thoughts for Food, this location here. And I actually said no, because it would be too hard to get the buses. And as a board member, it's like, how are we going to get the buses here? It's going to be more of a headache, the PA system. But people don't understand, Thoughts for Food has kind of gone down a little bit in the last couple of years with attendance, and we need people to come and support it. You wouldn't even believe how much hard work goes into it. We actually applied with the Guinness Book of World Records because it is the single largest one-night musical event in the country. So we actually applied to the Guinness Book of World Records to get recognition for that. And it's a good time. It's a good event. But it's a lot of work to put into. And like I said, I turned it down to have it here because that would be more of a hassle. Now that I'm downtown, absolutely. We would definitely want to be involved.
Well, the good thing about you being downtown is I don't have to go to bars where it's like a lot of bars down there, and I won't name any names either because people would be able to tell from my description. The bartender, it's like the bartenders are there just to look at. It's not so much that they're going to treat you right. Like, I come in here, and people know what I drink or don't drink. Yeah,
I'm
soda.
behind the bar once in a while. Who wants to look at my ugly ass, right?
Well, everybody who's watching right now. They all want to see it. But so when did the former Benny's become available for you?
Actually, 6 months ago, we talked to Benny about purchasing it. We couldn't agree on a price, and so it didn't happen. The owner of the place, of that building, wanted him out, and he called us and said, listen, it's going to be available. So just to clear things up to everybody out there watching, we didn't go in and kick him out. The owner of the building came to us and said, listen, if you don't take it, somebody else will. Here it is. We're offering you this. You want it. And that's what happened. So Steve Hawkins and my friend Drew Hansen, we all said, yeah, why not? Otherwise somebody else would have grabbed it. So it was nothing. Anybody who used to hang out at Benny's, we didn't go in there and force them out like some people think we did. If we wanted to have gone in there, somebody else would have. So the owner of the building liked us when we were talking 6 months ago about purchasing from Benny. So.
Now I know in the summertime you kind of shy away from having musical acts because of the festivals like Summerfest, Harborfest, slamming your grandma, as my friends like to call it. Do you think that maybe some of the bands that can't make it on the bills, like at Harborfest? I know a few bands personally who've been trying for years to get on Harborfest and haven't had any luck. Is there any chance that you would stay open for them in the summer, like the tinier local bands that are just coming up, or do you still just want to kind of avoid the whole thing?
Well, the thing is, that place is a little smaller, so we got to watch out with the kinds of bands we book. I mean, we're obviously not going to be able to put 6, 7-piece bands in there, right. But we are definitely going to be having bands that are at Harborfest, or can't, like you said, can't get in Harborfest. Absolutely. We're on a Harborfest night, when the festival closes, we're going to have bands so people can come and see the bands after they're at Harborfest. So we'll continue with that, definitely.
Is that something you're involved in with too, Harborfest, or just Thoughts for Food?
No, I help Harborfest. I mean, I'm a grunt. I'm just a roadie. Like when the bands come in, I help with. I've done this for like maybe the last 6 or 7 years. I help unload the semis, and I'm a road crew guy. And because the Harborfest board, another thing is they get a lot of negative slack. But what people have to understand about Harborfest is they're also a charitable organization. All the money that they make goes back into our community. Everything from Leadership Racine to the United Way to all kinds of different scholarship funds. That money goes in. So when they look at getting people in, sometimes their choices aren't the greatest. And me as a worker for them, I'm like, are you kidding me? But when we see how many people show up, and that's what's important, because the more people that show up, spend their money, the more we get. It's a non-profit organization. All the money goes back into the community.
Can you drop any big names that are going to be there this year, or?
I don't know. I might get in trouble. No, actually, I think it's already out. Yeah, we have this year. It's going to be Joan Jett, Bowling for Soup, the Red Elvises from Russia. Oh my God, my old band, the Sandcarvers. We did a show with them. Those guys are great. Russian surf rock. I'm telling you, it's going to be the great with a sense of humor. They are one of the best live bands out there today. Go see them. Think Floyd USA, U2 Zoo. As far
I
as
know the Pull Tops are playing. I was very excited about that.
the Pull Tops, as a matter of fact, the Pull Tops will be performing at McAuliffe on the Square afterwards. Hopefully, if we're open, as will On the Sun.
You don't have a release an opening date yet. A release date. See, I'm so strung up in DVDs and CDs. You have a release date for that yet? You don't have an opening date yet?
We were hoping for June 1st, but we got to wait for everything. I mean, we were pushing for that, but we're hoping that we'll open a soft opening right before Harbor Fest.
And anything else you want to say to anybody before we get cut off?
Okay, this guy rocks, man. You know, everybody gives me credit. This guy loves music, and God bless him for doing this. He does. Oh, and he's cute. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm adorable.
I just got to do that to you all the time.
I know. I come in here. Whenever I come in and Jill's bartending, that's the first thing I get. So, but I want to thank you for taking time out.
Absolutely, man.
And keep up the good work.
You too, brother.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks.
Spider-Man 3 sucked. It was horrible.
I agree.
It was horrible. Yeah. The first one was like, all right, I guess. I mean, and then the second one came out, and that was all right too. But then the third one came out, and it was like, going evil, I guess, means that you go emo and
Gay.
Yeah, and gay.
Yeah.
A tap dancing gigolo.
That's right.
That's real tough for the black suited Spider-Man. A real, very impressive look.
Yes, and then when he shows up at Harry Osborn's house and he's got his hair all up in his
Right, with the eyeliner. Oh, that was a real good touch.
Like,
They might as well just skip the middleman and just cast Jared Leto for the part. I think that would have worked out real well. And then you got the Green Goblin, who's not the Green Goblin. He's something else. The new Goblin, I think they call him.
Really? Is that what they call them?
Yeah. And then
I
like
didn't even pay attention. I cut out at the
at like the end of the movie, they're talking about it, and he's like had this thing against Spider-Man since like the first movie or whatever, and he's hated him and he wants to kill him and just can't stop thinking about how much he hates the guy. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, like 3/4 of the way through the third movie, his butler just like shows up and he goes, "Hey man, guess what? Your dad really did kill himself. I know I probably should have told you that like 6 years ago when this whole feud started, but whatever, better late than never, right?" And then freaking the guy turns around and just goes, "You're right. Those people are my friends," and turns it around in like 30 seconds. That's yeah. That's how things happen in real life.
That makes for a great
Absolutely.
movie. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was a good movie, actually.
It was the worst movie ever.
I don't know.
It was so bad. It physically hurt me to watch that movie. Don't see it. Don't give it any more money. Please.
Like the first 20 minutes were kind of cool. Like when this dude comes down from the sky, falls in the park and they're hanging out.
Yeah, special effects were okay. Don't see it. Rent it. Yeah, it was horrible. It was so bad. Exactly like I told you it would be.
You were both over it from I haven't seen it yet.
It's bad. It's one of the worst movies you'll ever see ever. I'm serious.
I go in the bar drinking
It's so
down.
bad. And I mean, the first two were okay. They weren't bad. So if you think that this guy hates all of them, I don't. I thought the first two were all right. Don't see the third one. It was bad.
Granted,
and
this guy's a
ridiculous.
comic book freak and he loves Spider-Man. He lives vicariously through it.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. It
Not
ruined
anymore.
it.
Ruined it.
Topher Grace should have played
The honeymoon
Spider-Man
is
the
over.
entire time.
Yeah, that actually wouldn't have been a bad idea.
Yeah.
Topher Grace, horrible Venom.
Well, and the
Would have been an
problem-
alright Spider-Man.
Well, the problem with, what's his name? Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
The problem with him is like he always does that face and they pan in for it, right? And then like you don't know if he's smiling, crying, or like freaking out. It's like a mixture of all three. It was horrible.
Like, hey, Peter, your uncle just died.
But he's like this,
Hey, Peter, Mary Jane loves you.
right? It
Like,
was-
what emotion are you conveying right now, man? Are you really upset that she likes you? Or are you just really happy that your uncle kicked it?
And then
I don't know.
Then the part where they're sitting there having coffee together, and Harry's like, he's listening to Toby Cracker, and it's absolutely terrible because he's like,
Yeah, she broke up with
she
me.
broke up with me.
I'm really sad about it.
I don't know what to do, and the guy's just sitting there, kind of taking it all in, and then he's like, actually, I'm the one that's boinking your girl. And then he just sits there. He had nothing to say at that point.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah.
Yes.
It was a pretty bad movie. There really isn't anything good to say about it.
back again, me, because I'm great, and you all love me. That's why you're watching. Yay for me! Yay! I'm here with Crystal. Hi, Crystal.
Hi.
She's in the movie that just came out. Is it out yet, or does it just have the premiere, or what's going on with
For
that?
the premiere, you can get it on the website, mortuariesgirls.com.
So that's the movie, Mortuary Girls. I didn't have to plug it. She can do it on her own. How did you get involved with the picture?
Well, Mark Gumminger through Kenosha. I grew up in Kenosha. He's a good friend of my dad's, and he's done a lot of documentaries on the Great Lakes, shipwrecks, hauntings, and he finally...
kind of a different kind of,
Yes, but he gets a lot of feedback from that.
Great Lakes, and here's some women getting killed.
Yes.
They go hand in hand.
Well, he finally had a good idea to, try a local, low-budget film, and it turned out real well. So, him knowing my dad, he asked if I was interested, and ended up being interested, not knowing it, but I had a lot of fun with it, and it was an awesome experience.
Okay. Who do you play in the film?
Tina.
Tina. And from what I gather, you're the first one killed?
Yeah, you know how that goes in the 80s horror flicks. It's kind of like the bad girl dies first, so.
Well, also, I'm going to drop some pop culture on you here, but if you go back to Nightmare on Elm Street 1, the first girl killed, her name is Tina.
I didn't know that.
So now you can amaze everyone. That fat guy on the show told me. It's true.
Now I'm gonna have to go watch that just because.
Yeah, and she had a crucifix. No, Heather Langenkamp had the crucifix fall on her head, but that's all besides the point. Tell us a little bit about the story of the movie.
Well, it starts out, the base of the story is a janitor. He's working at a school, first of all, and him and his wife, are making love, and she ends up dying in the middle of that. And it turns him a little on the psychotic side, and he gets his job as a janitor afterwards, and he's going through all this therapy, and a bunch of us college students, there's 3 of us girls in a dorm, and there's 3 guys in a dorm, and we all just get together, and I'm actually sleeping with my best friend's boyfriend, and she knows, so she sets up this whole thing with this psychotic janitor to just scare us at the local mortuary. And it all takes place from there, one by one. And she doesn't know that he's really lost his mind that far. Murders take place. It's cheesy, but it's funny.
What do you expect from a bald person? I mean, most bald people are psychotic to begin with. I mean, is this the type of thing that you are you a fan of horror films, or is this something that?
No, I am.
What's your favorite horror film?
Oh God.
Put you on the spot. Big spotlight.
I don't know. I don't know what I'd have to say about that one. The Saw movies, those I thought were pretty intriguing, except for the last one.
I didn't really like the Saw movies.
See, I did.
Are you more into like the torture porn that's like the Hostel movies and
Yeah,
stuff?
but
like that?
I found it funny. I found it humorous, definitely.
Found Hostel to be funny.
Yes. I don't know why.
This chick's eyes are, coming out of your head and stuff. But so where can they find out more about the film?
You can go on the website, mortuarygirls.com. I'm not sure if it's at the local libraries yet or not.
You can find a horror film called Mortuary Girls at the local library?
Yes, we're going to have a couple copies at the local libraries in Kenosha. I'm not sure about Racine yet, but yep, as far as that goes.
And you can order the DVD online.
You can order the DVD online.
Is there any more screenings coming up, like that people can go see, or is it just going to...
I'm not sure. I think he's trying to set one back up because the one at the Brat Stop on Wednesday turned out extremely well. I mean, the turnout was awesome.
And can you tell us a little bit about your scene with Dr. Destruction?
Oh, well, with Dale Wambolt. Okay.
This is Car 25. I think he prefers Dr. Destruction.
Yes.
Or is he Dr. Destruction in the movie?
No, he's actually just a pizza delivery guy. And the irony on that is, in real life, he delivers pizzas for Impacino's Pizzas in Kenosha. And
In a hearse, if I remember.
Yes, in a hearse. So in the movie, we have him delivering a pizza to the girls' dorm room.
Okay.
And I have to sing a song to him, Marilyn Monroe-ish, and seduce him. And that's how that all started.
That's worth the price of buying the DVD alone. But do you
It's embarrassing, but it's funny.
do you have any other projects coming up you could tell us about before we let you loose?
No, not as of right now. I'm hoping to do something with you, maybe. That's a possibility. That'd be
That's where the
excellent.
porn part comes in. And what I just said is going to get us on at midnight again. But, okay, well, I want to thank you very much for taking time out.
Thank you.
And you're by far the hottest chick that's ever been on the Ron Purtee Show.
Oh, God, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. You have a great night.